Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of the show. So we all may have seen this video between FCT Minister and the soldier.
Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter.
Order matters. I'm an offside, take to orders.
So what? You had a who than me.
So I'm an offside, take to orders.
To order that you take illegal order.
Mr. General.
Okay.
I can't say no. That means
You can never develop this property. I will not allow it.
No problem, sir.
I'm
only acting on my
if
orders.
If you want to kill everybody, kill everybody.
We will not kill
you.
Anybody,
Cannot.
Sir. We will not. We will not kill anybody, sir.
And I wanted to do a very different video where we'll be looking at least 10 different instances of land grabbing and land grabbing allegations of the minister, Wike, since he came into office as the minister of the FCT in 2023. So we'll be looking at several such cases in this video. And so if you're an investor in Nigeria, if you're an investor in Abuja, if you're thinking of investing in Abuja, this is something that you really need to know. So that, all of these allegations, so to speak, let's see how substantiated they are, and also let's see the track record of it. So let's just go into it. No long talk. Okay, so this first one here, the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, is reportedly among several other influential Nigerians and entities affected by the revocation of 165 plots of land in some highbrow districts in the Federal Capital Territory. And, the highest revocations were in areas such as Katankpe Extension, Katankpe itself, Wuse 2, Jabi, Utako, Idu Industrial Zone. You had the Asokoro, had the second highest revocation. And this was all the way in September 21st, 2023. This is very, very crazy. And, if we try to move on ahead, some of the plots revoked in the Maitama district, A05, bore names like Liel Imoke. According to the report, he subsequently gave a grace period of 2 weeks for the allottees to resolve the ground rent payment or risk revocation of their allocations. Now, so this is the first one that we have. And the second one that we have, an Abuja land developer and former House of Representative member, Honorable Linus Ukachu, accused the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory of working to take his duly allocated land to favor some Lebanese land developers. And how did Wike respond to that? I mean, he did respond to that. He said, so this person is the chief officer and chairman of the Sneco Group Limited, Chief Nicholas Ukachu. He decried demolition of 214 hectares of land in Asokoro prime area. He accused Wike of ordering demolition without any court order. Wike, who reacted to the allegation in his morning live media chat, said the land allocated to Ukachu did not have the approval of any minister as his predecessor. And he said land grabbing in Abuja. So who is the land grabber? Wike is accusing the man of land grabbing, and the man is accusing Wike of land. Can the real land grabber stand up? Okay.
Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has ordered the demolition of all infrastructures in Sabo Lugbe along the airport road in Abuja. The minister gave the directive when he made an emergency visit to the demolition site where owners of the affected properties were alleged by the Director of Development Control, Mokhtar Galadima, to have mobilized thugs to stop further demolition of properties in the area. The demolition, which started last week Thursday, continued on Monday with the pulling down of about 35 houses, leaving families stranded.
So this is Sagbon Lugbe Airport Road area. So this is the third case that there has been demolition and possible. Okay, let's watch. This is him talking to the people that were involved.
You can't go to a place like this man we won't allow that. We won't allow that. Take that for lawlessness. If you don't know what to do, then we'll teach you what you can do.
Thank you.
What can we do, sir?
Sir, we are not land grabbers.
Developers, what about developers?
We have papers.
We have submitted this paper to the authority. Verifiable. Hold on. Approval is there. Yes. We have that CFO.
This is media council.
Who told you? That's why you hey, keep quiet. Every man in the city belongs to them.
We know.
And that was why
now
went and sold land. Lisa, you can't even know the reason why.
It's okay, sorry.
Who told you can talk? If you think that you take something, you are not the only one. You have to be careful. Stupid. Because I came there to talk to you. I don't need to talk to you.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
If you don't know what to do, don't bring their guns.
No, sir.
No.
So this is Sagmon Lugbe, and then they are claiming that they had their CFO, and they also said it's council land. And I did a video where I literally explained that for most of this, for Abuja, you don't want to go for council land because it's basically land that is not FCDA approved. The Federal FCT Development Authority, they approve it based on the master plan. And even though it may have the proper title, so to speak, or you may have the right to the ownership, it's still susceptible to them taking it from you. And so in this case, I believe that, they are in court, and it is claimed that when they came to demolish, they said they were developers, that they were attacked. The people from the ministry were attacked, and then Wike came to see them. Anyways, this will be the third case that we've done so far. Let's go on.
Nyesom Wike has finally gone to visit the place that his people went to demolish, and this is what he has to say.
Security meeting. The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, accompanied by heads of various security agencies in the FCT and senior officials of the FCTA, stormed the recently demolished Ruga community as they drove through the bumpy, dusty pathway for almost 1 kilometer. The minister and his entourage were quickly surrounded by the dwellers as they appealed for resettlement. Security.
No amount of blackmail, no amount of intimidation, no amount of abuses. We must go about to do our job. It doesn't matter those they go and hire, they call them civil society or non-civil society. We're not interested in that. Our interest is to protect life and property, to safeguard Abuja so that we're one of the best cities in the world. And everybody is saying that we are working in synergy with all these various security agencies.
So that's the Ruga Shanty town. I think it's also close to the airport. And there were lots of demolitions there as well. VDM was part of the people that protested, and people were protesting. I mean, it's basically a shanty. It's basically what do they call this place? Shanties where, like, the poorer people, they go to just put up makeshift houses and then they live there, like a ghetto of some sort, and demolished it and sent everybody that's there packing. I mean, in places like Port Harcourt, in places like Lagos, in River State, different governors have done it. Amici has done it. Different times in Lagos it has been done. He cleared it over. I know VDM was in the case, and DG Adeyanju was also part of the case. Let's see what DG called him many unpredictable, but let's see what he has to say about Wike.
It's nothing without politics. It's nothing without our political coffers. The reason why he's making so much noise and constituting nuisance all over the place is because of our collective patrimony that he loots and steals, because of the land he's grabbing in the FCT. That's why he's making this much noise.
Okay, so that's the fourth one. Then he has come again at a different point in time to revoke 4,794 titles in the FCT. And he sent spokesmen to actually come and speak about it. And, I think most of them were due to ground rent, which is very interesting because, it's basically a pittance, honestly. And if a person hasn't paid ground rent for like 10 years, some people don't know they're required by law and Land Use Act, because you're actually leasing the property. So unlike the UK that has two forms of land tenures, which is the leasehold and the freehold, Nigeria only has the leasehold. So apparently, or basically, you're leasing the land from the government for 99 years, and so the money you pay initially to whoever you buy the land from, whether you're buying it from the government directly or you're buying it from a third party, you need to be paying ground rent for each one of those years. So this is, I think the fourth or the fifth case right now.
Meanwhile, the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, has approved the revocation of 4,794 land titles over non-payment of ground rent for more than 10 years. Mr. Liriola Yinka, the Senior Special Assistant on Public Communications and Social Media to the Minister, announced the revocation at a news conference in Abuja.
For now, we are sending out revocation notices to the affected allottees. The way you revoke land, you have to convey it. You have to send it to the allottee or the assignee, the person to whom title is deployed. And until that is done, you wouldn't have effectively revoked any title. So for now, we are sending out revocation notices. When we conclude in the next few days, there might be need to make newspaper or any other means of letting everybody know what has happened.
Okay, so I think that's the fifth one. That was a bulk one. But yeah, this is another one.
Into agreement with a third party is a contravention of one of the clauses of the lease agreement. And what we agreed to do in order not to make a lot of people, Nigerians who may have fraudulently obtained built houses, we decided that we'll give them back CFO to say that was directly allocated by the FCT administration. And so this cry that, they want to take their property is neither there nor there. That is not the intention of the FCT administration. I would now say that since the lease agreement had expired, no more development. And what one of them did, Ownahome did, was overnight. You can see starting to do construction in order to tie the hands of the administration, which of course, will not succumb to such. And so we sent the Department of Development Control to come here and demolish every construction going on. And that will continue to do, and I appeal to those who do not understand or who do not have known, not to be fooled. Anybody who's doing anything here now is at his own risk.
So this is for River Park Estate, and basically what he's saying is that the lease had expired, which is your CFO for 99 years had expired, and they were now going to basically reissue new ones to them, but in that period between when you have the lease expire and issuing you a new certificate of occupancy is the government's property. So what he's saying is that those developments that were taken during that time were still going to be demolished, but he was going to issue new certificate of occupancy. Anyway, there's a lot of conversations that should go on around this. What is can people renew their CFO before it expires? So if you have an unexpired lease term of say 60-something years, before it actually does expire, do you have any recourse to try and renew it before it's fully gets because he's saying that these developers were trying to strong arm him and they were developing and he destroyed them. Now, anyways, let's keep moving. Now, this one was very, very interesting. PDP National Secretariat in Abuja. Nyesom Wike, which was formerly a member, I think he's still a member of the PDP, and was supposed to be a presidential aspirant under them. he has revoked the land occupancy rights of the National Secretariat. And he's claiming that the ground rent, which is a yearly fee, wasn't paid. And honestly, like from what I've been seeing so far, this ground rent is not even that much. And so it's crazy that such a little detail is, able to give the minister the legal rights, because I mean, so far what we are seeing is legally he can do it with the Land Use Act and the powers inferred in him as the minister, which is really crazy. But this was really, really shocking for so many people. People say, was it witch hunt? Was it fighting his political enemies? But the fact is, it was revoked. The land rights certificate of occupancy was revoked for this particular property. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is the Abuja Technology Village. I think this is the 7th or the 8th one now. Abuja Technology Village. Let's watch.
Sir, can you just clear up this issue between the Abuja Technology Village and the Abuja City Walk?
No, there's nothing like. No, there's nothing to
or
clear.
The Abuja Technology Village.
There's nothing to clear about the Abuja Technology Village. There's nothing to clear. I'm the minister of the FCT. Right? Abuja Technology Village is a creation of the FCT.
Okay. So nobody is going to court
to stop
the Abuja City Walk.
What are you going to court for? Is it? I mean, the Abuja Technology is who is Abuja Technology Village?
It's a baby of the FCT.
I don't understand.
Because investors have taken you to court. They say they've invested so much. They have it gazetted. They do have the CEO of the land. And Honorable Minister, you talk about investors.
Can I tell my sister? I have told you here about what has happened in that Abuja thing. I have told you here that for the past 20 years, that government has provided infrastructure for people to come and invest. Did you understand me? And I told you that nothing has happened. What they were doing was to cut some part, give some people rent out this and that. Is that the investment that you're talking about? Is that why government will provide such level of infrastructure? And let me tell you, nobody will say gazetted by who? By who? Can you help us? Can you help us and give us the gazette?
So all of that have been revoked, and the land reverted back to them.
We have given land to the investors, and investors are going to invest and build on that land.
Investors.
Yes, yes, those who want to invest.
That's the clarification.
That's what we're saying. So it does not matter anybody. I told you here, there are so many CFOs there. I told you this.
But is it the fault of the investors?
Whom do you call an investor? Excuse me, whom do you call investor? Who do you call investor?
People who bring their money into the country.
This Abuja Technology Village is very... it's so funny because in all of these cases, Wike is bringing his own case. What he's saying is that for over 20 years, probably like Eco Atlantic now, for you people that are used to the Lagos, Eco Atlantic, which is a JV between the Lagos State government and South Energy X. So they give you this portion of land, develop it for a technology village. So they've provided infrastructure and they're giving you all the titles, and investors have invested. But he's claiming that there's not enough work that has been done on it yet, and that they are also leasing the land to different individuals to use, and it's not being used for the proper purpose. So he's taking it back and giving it to a new set of investors. Obviously, the conversation must also arise with who are these new investors you're giving to, and what is the recourse for the former investors that are now wanting to take you to court, and what is your relationship with these new investors? But yeah, I think that's the 7th or the 8th one right now. Yep, let's go on.
Following Chief Mrs. Rita Lori Ogbebo's interview on The Morning Show, where she stated that the actions of Nyesom Wike, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, should be investigated over his involvement in a controversial land dispute in Abuja. Our comments, which came in the wake of her family's ongoing battle with the Federal Capital Development Authority, SDDA, which has now threatened to demolish a 42-year-old estate in Abuja, originally developed by our late husband, Colonel Paul Ogbebo.
My husband's legacy, his company should be left. We are prepared to pay this money, whatever it is they say we should pay. The children will put themselves together and pay right now as I'm talking, because it will be a waste of Paul Ogbebo's life. He didn't bring any money home. The only thing he has is this camp that bears his name. He has no money. And the other thing that hurts me is that Wike sent this money, after withdrawing, he sent it to his own company that is manned and run by Chindai.
Do you have proof?
In Buari, there's a land allocated.
Wow. So that was the Polosa incident. Paul Ogbebo has an estate/camp in Abuja, and allegedly he was taken from them and given to his own company, which his wife was claiming. And that was another issue, very, very political and very, very contentious issue. I know he went to court and there was a whole lot of back and forth with it, but that's, one of it. This next one is another allegation, several different places, and another powerful senator in Abuja, the only LP candidate in Abuja. And his children were also accused. Let's watch.
Said for a government general hospital. Mr. Wike revokes it, and he's having some sort of a market or mall or something put on it. Now, how do you think a people will feel who expect that at the very least, maybe you'll try and build that general hospital, not take it and give it to your crony? And all these things are documented. They are not done in a hidden manner. It's all open and you can do your worst. Minister Wike has been harassing all of FCT over ground rent. In fact, he's not giving any time. If you don't pay your 2K that you owe, we will revoke your whole house for 80K or 2K or whatever the ground rent is. It varies from people to people, including embassies. Now, I have documents, and since Minister Wike is so popular, how come it's so easy to get secret documents of everything that's going on within the FCDA?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously there could be people working with him who are not necessarily very happy with him, but that's not reflective of the general populace.
Now, what I'm trying to say, I have documents to show that when Minister Wike allocated land to his sons, huge tracts of land, fine, as he says, though they're his sons, they're entitled to land, no problem. But the bills, I have them documented, of 200 million that you need to pay, 100 million here that you need to pay. They wrote to him asking that the bill, he should give a waiver and reduce it. Within 48 hours, they are going from 200 million to 22 million.
And that's illegal, isn't it?
Of course it's illegal.
Right.
At the very least, it's unfair, it's unethical, at the very least. And these things, I am a civil engineer, I'm a fact person. I wouldn't come here I wouldn't say so publicly without having the facts and the documentation.
So in that...
That's quite crazy. That's quite crazy. And I think she mentioned that he's even going after embassies for ground rent. And even though Wike has denied reallocating land to his children, these are very, very, this is crazy. Crazy. And some people are saying, why is the focus so much on land in Abuja? There are other aspects of Abuja as the economy of the FCT. And why are you hounding people over ground rent and hounding people over development? Yeah. And I think we're going to go to that if you don't develop on time, coming to take. And I understand the whole idea of it's a green city master plan and whatever but there should be some recourse for people that don't have the money or have the plan to just land bank. And I also think if you're thinking of land banking in Abuja, you need to be a bit careful now with what we are saying. You need to be very careful.
When we were looking for where we get such a land to build, and I was driving around looking for empty land, and I got here, I saw this big land. I saw the big post, Julius Berger. So I didn't talk. I called the director of land. Who was that land? They said Julius Berger. When was it allocated? They said about 15, 20 years ago. 15, 20 years ago, nothing has been done. I didn't bother. So I invited the MD Julius Berger to come. He came and we had dinner. I didn't talk about the land. So the next day, he was in the office and he saw the revocation letter as a matter of public interest. So he called me, but I had dinner with you. I said, yes, we had dinner, we didn't discuss about land. But the point is that what we're doing is that how would government allocate land for more than 20 years for organizations to develop, and they're not able to develop it. I thank God they did not develop it, and now we're able to have it. If not, you wouldn't have had this land for us to think about constructing of this magnificent building.
So let's even talk about the fact that it's so crazy how the minister of the FCT is brazenly, and this is something that Wike had done a lot in Port Harcourt, where he buy cars and build houses for judges, for lawyers, and it's so crazy. But Julius Berger is like a very big company, and they were located land for 20 years, and then you came in and said they hadn't used it, and so you took it from them for another purpose, and you were happy that you did that. Again, in the back end of things, we don't know if these people are being paid compensation. We don't know what is going on, but this is, I think, the 9th or the 10th one now. I have one more for you before you go, and then I'll drop a few words before I end this video. This is a private land owner in Abuja, and I just saw this video in the wild on Twitter. Let's check it out.
They have come with the bulldozer to come and destroy the property. They have come with the bulldozer. They have come with the bulldozer. Everybody, please come out. They have come with the blue bulldozer.
Come on, open the gate. Wait. Oh. You will kill us, oh. You will kill me. You will kill me. Open the gate. You will kill me.
They have come with the bulldozer. They have come with the bulldozer.
Video, bring out your phone. Video. Because we see what's going on.
Look. We have an order of court. We have everybody is watching. This is streaming on our rise. It's streaming on our rise. It's streaming on the news. Everybody is watching. Please, everybody, come and see what they are doing. If you want to destroy, it's streaming on our rise. It's streaming on our rise. You want to destroy? We are taking pictures of you and making. It's streaming on our rise video. Look at them. They came with the bulldozer. It's streaming on our rise. All of your faces are on where it's streaming on our rise. No, take their pictures now. It's streaming on our rise. You will come and destroy now. Look at. They came today to come and destroy. You people want to destroy. It's a lie. Where are you going to? Come and destroy.
Yes, people. Criminals. Criminals.
Open your face. Open your face. Open your face. It's streaming on our rise. Everybody is here waiting for you.
Criminals, come! People will kill us today.
Yeah, so that's really, really crazy. Abuja residents are really going through it. And I mean, when El-Rufai was the minister of FCT, there was a whole lot. I don't know if Wike is taking a playbook from that. He's making a lot of political enemies. And I don't know what the end play is, but Abuja is something, it's a very, very interesting, 4 million people. It's an interesting market, and there are still ways to play safely. I always say buy from a developer. Don't buy council land, buy FCD approved land. And if you're looking to do something in Abuja, contact us to get to you started on your journey. Contact a professional, contact a lawyer, visit a good developer, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. What you think about this whole thing? Is this a systematic land grabbing spree by the minister, power hungry, or is he just doing the right thing that his job and the office and the post requires? Tell us what you think on and in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. It's Ownahome TV show, Ownahome believe. Only home in the property should not make you sleep. So we are committed to give you the very best property recommendations and send a real estate gist. Can you like, can you share, can you subscribe? See you in the very next video. Bye-bye.
Everything was acquired legally.
Will you stop
so
that?
You get
Will you stop that?
Sir, I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, you're not put
I will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir,
I was in school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will
me
you keep
up.
quiet?
You
Get
can't
me a
shut me
big
up, sir.
fool.
I'm not
You are a big fool.
I'm not a fool,
You think you
sir.
can shoot anybody like that?
Sir, I'm not
You are
a fool.
Who are you?
I am not a fool, sir.
As at the time I
You can't call me a
graduated,
fool.
you were in primary school.
I'm acting on orders.
Take for
You
which
can't
order?
call me a fool.
And this, you will see whether you will not lose here.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go
I'm
and
not a
develop
fool.
your
I'm an
go and
officer.
develop
I'm not a fool, sir.
Okay,
I'm
with
an
you,
officer.
so corrupt. You would have killed everybody here.
No, we won't kill anybody. We won't kill anybody. We are acting on orders.
Go and develop here, let me see you.
Regular officer, you won't come and complain.
We are going to get out. Go.
I'm not even seeing what's recording. Hello, sir.
Director Press.